All you people who are not qualified, it shows when you start running your mouth. The brick lady. That story took off because of a lot of unqualified people being able to speak on what happened. The brick lady was the recipient of LAMES and unqualified fools having a word on social media.
We don't know which one of you quote-unquote nice guys isn't above picking up a brick and hitting a woman because she wouldn't give you her number. Why do we have to pretend that we like you to survive? I'll never hold yourself accountable.
Ro didn't scam anyone. Ro didn't lie. She has received no money from her GoFundMe.
Men are dangerous. Women are afraid of men. They find a way to blame the woman for getting hurt. And they peddle this idea that you need a man to protect you from the scary men that are out there. That if you piss off your protector man, he then becomes the man that you need protecting against.
The brick lady came on there and said somebody hit her with a brick and her skin wasn't bust open. In the streets, you know that a rock, brick, etc. is going to open the skin no matter how it lands on the skin. It would have been blood. When people talking to you and you just listening to them, you at a disadvantage. When somebody talk to you, you supposed to look at them.
I'm like, how dare y'all come at this black woman and y'all don't even have the facts. And let's say, hypothetically speaking, everything was lied, that they think is a scammer.
Yeah, black people, we love scamming. We talk about scamming all the time. Since when do we have a problem with scamming? I want black people to scam. They scammed us.
And that's why I always lie to the people of the global minority and men.
Brick lady, if you look at her, you see the bull she talking. Her story was so inconsistent for us who got the third eye, but the lames got pages. The lames took it hook, line, and sinker.
Even if she's a troublemaker, even if you gotta know,
you gotta know somebody getting hit with a brick is a step too far. But men's ego shouldn't be so fragile.
Several months later,
she's still lying. Those men were right. Can't rush to conclusions because of things you see on social media. So we pick these sides and don't have any facts. Feelings aren't facts. Folks talk about things they have no clue of with such confidence.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
At first, the Breakfast Club was on her side, but then they go backtrack and say that we're manipulated. Just thought how they handled this situation as lame.
That lady face shows life been kicking her ass before the brick. Don't she got them blunted out gums and lips too? Soon as she started talking and she said what happened, I said, what was you doing in the streets? Every woman that's in the streets, you in the battle zone. If you a woman alone in the streets, you in the battle zone. What was you doing in the streets? When you leave out your house, you're supposed to have a destination. After you leave your destination, you're supposed to be on your way back home. What was you doing in the streets?
You thought I was sleeping, bitch? You be sleeping a bunch. I'm in the streets, I be doing too much. I be out here, I don't give a
Whenever I see a woman just hanging in the streets, I'm already thinking, oh, this for the street. She out here. How a brick not gonna open your skin? She got pregnant in the face from throat action, if you ask me. That's what I'd have told her.
And it was all a matter of logic. You see, we were just asking logical questions. Questions that if you came up thinking critical, you were going to ask anyway. But what happened? A group of women and some simps called us inappropriate, disruptive, disrespectful, offensive, unethical, inconsiderate, aggressive, rude, destructive, and irresponsible just for asking questions.
She say all these men stood around and watched some dude hit her with a brick, like we all cake ass niggas like that. If a whole bunch of black men watch somebody hit you with a brick, that means you was so bogus it's ridiculous, because niggas will come help you to f you. Niggas will f you while you bleeding out the side of the face.
In other words, that you would be perfectly fine when watching a man beat a woman.
as long as you not smashing that woman. These are the men that y'all want us to pick that say they're going to provide and protect. But when you're given the opportunity to provide and protect, you let us know if you ain't getting coochie, you ain't doing nothing. I still believe the story. What? A lot of niggas really expose yourselves and let us know that you are a coochie unless you getting some coochie payments.
Some would have came over there on the Captain Save-A-Hole side of the game.
Cause he's saving that.
He wouldn't have been about nothing probably. Cause first of all, for a man to hit you with a brick, that motherfucker crazy. Niggas don't do that. Don't even want the jail time. There's cameras everywhere. So what motherfucker come hit this broad with a brick? The lames gonna always fall for them stories about black men not being no good.
Rather than going out of our way and marching and protesting, and we're trying to justify the reason for why women should be hit or violated. The act of protecting women seems to go out of the window when we actually need protection. The act of supporting and protecting black women is usually null and void in most cases. That when these things happen for black men, we organize. So don't be upset at the black women that are on the internet calling you out and saying that black men are the weakest link when things like this happen. Black women actually need protection, or when women in general need protection, you all are usually nowhere to be found.
That's a mighty confident statement, grouping all men to acting like they will not defend the woman in their lives. First, men have to assess the situation, whether it is safe enough to intervene. One of the most dangerous situations for police officers are domestic disturbances, which could cost that officer's life.
After the girl got hit allegedly, even if you want to think she lying, somebody should at least ask she okay. Somebody should at least call the police.
No, she was trying to fight with another. Yeah, she was trying to fight with another girl right there. We were trying to help her. Call the police and stuff like that.
Is that when you already got a disdain for individuals, it don't matter what the hell they do, you gonna always double down on that disdain. We didn't showed you police report. Showed you the literally.
This is not aging well.
Reading from the documents.
But what if somebody had a gun on a girl? Am I gonna go over there and say, hey, leave her alone? No, I ain't doing I'm not dying for you. Like if it's my mother or something, big different. My wife, girlfriend that you're with, different. But no, the guys stood around because they don't want to get hit with a brick.
Right.
So why are we including them, the oppressors, the predators, to keep us safe? Sisters, get a gun.
I, a Gemini, am at a loss for words. I believe that people believe in Santa Claus more than they believe this woman. It's crazy to me the effort that was put in to disprove this person.
What does you having to be a Gemini have to do with any of this? Knowing your horoscope isn't going to allow you to correctly assess this situation logically and analytically. When you rely on your horoscopes, you're allowing your emotions to do the leading and the talking. Two bad outcomes.
The lames are just as bad as the jackers. The people who can be sold a story about somebody. All these men watch when somebody hit me with a brick. Come on, man.
I do want to highlight that questioned Brick Lady scammer and defended men, especially black men, in the process.
You guys went on a rampage and tarnished and diminished black men for assess this situation logically before they made any rapid judgments about who and how they should be protecting someone. Protect black women is not going to be taken serious until we can get black women to stop bandwagoning it onto black women who don't help us.
I want to know where y'all at right now, because I just do not like how hard y'all went and caused the gender war that was so unnecessary over a woman who was lying in your face. You didn't ask for no detail. You ain't ask for nothing. Where's y'all at?
Stop allowing your blind allegiance from being weaponized against you. There are men and women who have perfected manipulation and victimization. They know your triggers. They know your traumas, and they are just looking for opportunities to capitalize and monetize off of them. Blind allegiance extended inappropriately in any capacity is detrimental. It doesn't matter if it's to a governing body, a religious organization, or even a person.
True colors were really seen when the women that called out Roe being a scammer or questioned her narrative, and the women that defended men in the process. These upstanding stellar ladies were also under attack by the sinister sisterhood.
The moment you guys started telling me to unalive myself, like you lost all respect, I'm sorry. Same women who call me misogynistic and say that I'm harmful to women are the same ones that are leaking my address. So who's the misogynist now? All I said was she was a liar, and that made you guys think, oh, she's a colorist, oh, she's this. I grew up being raised by my brothers and my grandparents. I'm sorry if I sit here and stand with men. Y'all want people to be bitter and crazy just like y'all, because you guys are bitter, psychotic, and have nothing else better to do.
Please don't apologize. Nobody wants that from you. Rose's attorney is coming for that ass. I sincerely hope that Rose's attorney makes you destitute. Unless Rose want to show you them hands, that is something that ass deserve. You're not enough of a woman to actually admit when you've done something incredible up. So let life you up.
So the Sinister Sisterhood may not be using physical force to inflict damage on people that disagree with them. So they'll use indirect ways to put their critics' lives in danger by revealing their address. Just because you didn't pull the trigger didn't mean you have a hand in inflicting damage.
When women, something go wrong, the narrative now is to say, black men are no good.
That we no longer can stand up and fight for black men, and instead we need to stand up and fight for ourselves. Black men are our predators. They are unaliving us every 5 hours.
Man, y'all embarrassing yourself. Y'all talking about the gods. But one day, when it's time to understand, I believe that there's a force that's not going to let you perpetrate. I believe if there is a God, he is watching, and when you perpetrate, it ain't going to work. So all you people who want to say something about a group of people like black men, where if you watch our history, especially in America alone, we've been victimized since we got here. We've been to blame of everything as long as we've been here. Your little boy, 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, will be blamed for all the failures in America. That innocent baby, once he get of age, it's his fault everything bad happening. Just like you did his daddy, a bitch don't do him like that, because bitches are allowed to pull that shit and claim womanhood as a weapon. Just claim womanhood as a weapon. They ain't never claiming womanhood for nothing but to weaponize against the brothers. Oh, he say bitch all the time. I got the receipts to show I help my people. Where your receipts? Your receipts are gonna claim you only took from the hood. You only took from the hood. You took court cases. You did everything that was bad in the hood, but claim innocent victim.
I mean, comedian Godfrey asked him questions and they tried to cancel him. He has a podcast. His job is to have conversations, but they wanted that man canceled.
I was returning a lot of fire back at a lot of people.
You're just angry women that hate men. I believe somebody is a fraud. You're mad at me?
It's these bitter chicks, man.
Mr. Black women are disrespected, Godfrey. That there's no way.
But I think she lying. She full. And then girls like, how dare you? You black men, blah, 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 blah. If this woman is
lying and taking people's money and then blaming black men and putting us in trouble
for her own gains, I said, I will Bruce Lee
side kicked you in the back. She would have been crying with a hump on her back. It was me. She slapped me, and then I Bruce Lee in Return of the Dragon kicked her in her spine. You have disrespected me, my family, and the Shaolin Temple.
Black women are being disrespected. Black women have no reason to lie, adding to the pylon. No one was stolen from. People wanted to give her money to help her.
The comments when you asked a question on any social media forum about this, you were treated like the devil in disguise. But I just have one question that I want to ask, because the dust is settled and y'all have all crawled back into your holes and ain't none of y'all taking any accountability. Like the Godfather said, accountability is kryptonite, but not only to women, to simps, and to people without a spine also.
There is no changing the mind of a person that feels this much hatred in their heart towards black women. The only thing that you can do is refuse to support men like Olin and men like Godfrey.
We need to cancel Godfrey. He's a comedian. He has a lot of followers. He needs to be addressed.
Ain't nobody getting away with it. So,
because I'm a nobody.
Ain't no sneak bitching.
Godfrey needs to go to jail or prison or county.
Count for what?
You know, to go to prison because you said something.
Because I said something.
That was clearly a joke.
As much as I speak up for you guys, black women, speak up for you all the time. All the I say. And then the one thing, you really aren't really with me like that then. You was really on some bull the first, because you ever get those people that really don't like you and they waiting for something to happen? These trash, vermin, low life, and
chasing
scavenger, bottom of the sea eating Hollywood squares of ghetto cockroaches.
Trash squares.
Trash. Yeah, it was trash squares.
So Rhoda has been since charged with falsifying an assault and also raising funds via GoFundMe under false pretenses. So I've been getting a bunch of comments asking if I'm going to apologize to Godfrey, and I've got bad news for you. I'm about to double down hard.
Holy Jesus. What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
But back to this question I want to ask. And I want you to think really hard about it. And I want you to just let it settle in and just let it sink to the bottom of your soul and just let you understand how wrong could you possibly be about a situation. When you came out there and you tried to make excuses when the jig was up. You tried to make excuses to make yourself feel better. And so then I come back to this one question. And the question is this simple. For all of you fools, for all of you people who were bamboozled, how does it feel to be so confident, so absolutely sure and steadfast, yet be so wrong at the same time? Church.
I don't know if Ro lied. I hope that she didn't, and if she did, I hope that she gets the help that she needs in order to address the real underlying problem, because people that lie about things like that usually have some going on that needs to be addressed. I don't know if she did it or not, but I'm never going to apologize for believing women.
The mental gymnastics, the hurdles and the loops is just astounding. Let's go ahead and move the goalpost, shift your arguments, and deflect all responsibility and accountability for being plain outright wrong.
They were getting just derailed, like, oh, you don't support black women, blah, 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 blah. This comes out, right? Instead of apologizing, people are still attacking the content creators. They're like, oh, why would you want to, bring this out? Why would you want to, talk about this? But it's like because she was lying and she was tugging on the heartstrings of black women to lie and take people's money over a lie. And people still want to hang on to the lie.
For all of you fools, for all of you people who were bamboozled, how does it feel to be so confident, so absolutely sure and steadfast, yet be so wrong at the same time? Church.
This girl was literally on her lives, on her thing, telling people she didn't mind scamming black people out of money. She don't care everybody is a scammer. We glorify scammers. Why she can't be one? Y'all let this who sound like she been smoking Newports her whole life scam y'all out of $46,000. Anyway, hope y'all learned lesson, and
I need to see all those apologies ASAP.
You know what? I could have made this video shorter. Polarizing content does the best in terms of views and money. But in my hearts of hearts, I felt this was necessary to show some of the ladies did come to their senses and gave their apology. So ladies, take accountability and be like this woman here.
I can just take accountability and I apologize. As a woman, I would like to feel that no woman would legit lie about them being abused or assaulted by another individual, but with everything and all the stories that have come out, damn, some women are really out here lying on men. So I can come out and say that I apologize just for questioning the morale and values of men when it came to this case. Because
that's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe, hit us up on all social media networks. And as always, ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? We're out.
We found true happiness.